If you took $100 bills, stacked them on top of each other until you reached $1 trillion, it would be over 678 miles high. This is what Americans owe in student loans. It's greater than America's credit card debt, or auto debt, and second only to the mortgage debt in the United States. Approximately 2/3 of all college students graduate with student loans. In 2010, the average one of those students had accumulated approximately $25,000 in debt by graduation day. That same year, the unemployment rate for college graduates under 25 was over 9%. 1/3 of all graduates end up taking lower-paying jobs that don't require college degrees. The number of underemployed college graduates has risen by 12 million in just 16 years. Over the past 25 years, the cost of college tuition has increased at an average rate that is higher than the general rate of inflation. Since 1986, the overall inflation rate has increased 115%, which is why things cost double what they used to. Education, however, has increased 498%. So say the cost of college tuition was $10,000 in 1986. Today it would cost that same student over $59,000, more than 2.5 times the general inflation rate. The biggest reason college tuition is rising is government intervention. As you may remember, this sounds very similar to what happened in the housing market. Through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the government provided cheap and easy loans for everyone to buy a house. They promoted home ownership as the American dream, and with funding so easily available, home prices went up. And up. And up. Years later, we now know how the mortgage bubble ended, and now college education is headed down a very similar path. The government will provide almost anyone a loan to pay for college. This attracts more and more young people to go to college, most of whom can't afford education without the government's help. On the surface, this may not seem like a bad thing, but with the government backing just about every loan, universities can raise tuition prices. First, because of high demand, and second, because they know students won't be denied financing from the government. But the more government aid goes up, the more tuition will rise. However, putting a limit on grants and loans would cap spiraling tuition prices. By taking away easily available funding, young adults would assess the true value of a college degree and opt for alternatives to career and business training. It would reduce the demand for college, thus reducing the ability for colleges to raise tuition fees. The price of college would flatten or even come down.